After completing ammonia molecule formation, let us now switch over to H2O molecule formation. Now, once we have covered ammonia, why not consider formation of water molecule in HEST, because we want to go ahead and consider a few tricky MCQs or those type of examples. I have written here electronic configuration of oxygen in ground state electronic configuration of oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 5, 6, 7, 8 Hund's rule. So, since last electron enters in 2px, n equal to 2 is the outermost shell. So, in the outermost shell of oxygen, what we observe here is that there are 2 lone pairs and 2 unpaired electrons. And as per VBT, again, number of unpaired electrons in the outermost shell is equal to the valency of that element during compound formation. And since it is seen that there are 2 unpaired electrons in the outermost shell and oxygen forms 2 bonds in water molecule formation, so it explains the valency. Is there any need now to consider the concept of hybridization and especially mixing and recasting of atoms during molecular formation? There is a need actually. Formation of excited state here again is not necessary. Actually, it does not take place. When 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, when they approach each other, energy which is released, if we suppose that that energy splits the electron pair present in 2s orbital, like what we had seen in case of carbon during methane formation, that is applicable to other examples also. But outermost shell n equal to 2 again has 2s and 2p orbitals, 2s and 2p subshells, and there are 3 orbitals in p subshell. 2s subshell itself is orbital. The energy which is released, if it were used to split this electron pair, there is no empty orbital available to accommodate that electron in the outermost shell n equal to 2. So, that is not possible excited state splitting and promotion, and even that is not necessary, because what we observe is that the valency of oxygen is 2, number of unpaired electrons in the outermost shell is 2. But it does not mean that splitting and promotion, although it is not necessary, it is not possible also. Mixing and recasting is not necessary. Let us see. If we consider that no mixing and recasting, if we consider that mixing and recasting is also not necessary, then what will happen? Since there are 2 unpaired electrons and one unpaired electron is present in 2py, another unpaired electron is present in 2pz, oxygen atom. Hydrogen atoms with opposite spin form a covalent bond. Okay. Another hydrogen atom, the spin should be opposite, covalent bond, s orbital of hydrogen, 2pz of oxygen atom, 2py of oxygen atom, line joining the 2 nuclei, electron density is in between the line joining the 2 nuclei, nucleus of oxygen and nucleus of hydrogen, line joining the 2 nuclei, electron density in between the line joining the 2 nuclei, line joining the 2 nuclei, the bond angle, since pz and py are perpendicular to each other, px, py, pz, the HOH bond angle should be 90 degrees. In water molecule formation, HOH bond angle should be 90 degrees. Actually, it is not 90, it is close to 109 degrees, it is different from 90. So, it means that something else is happening. This electronic configuration is not enough. That something else is nothing but mixing and recasting. When two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, when they approach each other to form a molecule, the approach is such that the interactions take place in such a manner that all the atomic orbitals in the outermost shell of oxygen, all the atomic orbitals in the outermost shell of oxygen means 1 2s and 3 2p take part in mixing and recasting. All take part in mixing and recasting. It simply means that the approach of two hydrogen atoms and oxygen is such that all the sub energy levels, all the shapes, all the directional orientations get affected by this approach during H2O molecule formation. Therefore, we say that all the atomic orbitals in the outermost shell of oxygen take part in mixing and recasting, and that type of mixing and recasting is called as sp3 hybridization. Since 1s and 3p take part and give rise to equal number of 4 hybrid orbitals, each one is named as sp3, sp3, sp3 and sp3. The two sp3 hybrid orbitals out of 4 contains 2 lone pairs. Now, these 4 are of identical energy. The shape will be 25% S character that we have considered earlier. The two sp3 hybrid orbitals contain lone pair and 2 will contain unpaired electron each. Hydrogen now approaches these 2 and forms H2O molecule formation in this manner. Now, this can be represented diagrammatically. Let me show it. Earlier it was 1 lone pair in case of ammonia, now there are 2 lone pairs. So, what difference that is going to make? 4 hybrid orbitals sp3, sp3, sp3 and sp3. These 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals contain a lone pair each. Remaining 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals of oxygen atom contain unpaired electron each. Oxygen with opposite spin, s orbital of oxygen, s orbital of hydrogen with opposite spin will approach second hydrogen atom with opposite spin, s orbital of that hydrogen will approach this orbital, and this is the water molecule is formed. Now, again nucleus of hydrogen, nucleus of oxygen, line joining the 2 nuclei. Electron density is in between the 2 nuclei. Line joining the 2 nuclei passes through electron density. Therefore, this is sigma covalent bond. Such type of overlapping is called as coaxial overlapping. Line joining the 2 nuclei. Electron density is in between the line joining the 2 nuclei. Therefore, again this is sigma covalent bond. That is one. So, here 2 sigma covalent bonds are formed between oxygen and hydrogen, formed by coaxial overlapping of sp3 orbital of oxygen and s orbital of hydrogen. Since it is coaxial, it is sigma covalent bond. That is one thing. The another thing, the bond angle here is HOH. Bond angle should be between bond pairs. Bond angle cannot be, some show here, students especially, some show here. Bond angle should be shown between bond pairs, among the bonds. So, this is the bond angle. This bond angle, although oxygen has undergone sp3 hybridization, this bond angle further reduces, even if you compare with ammonia, further reduces to 104 degree. Why this? Because here there are 2 lone pairs. In case of ammonia molecular formation, there was 1 lone pair, and the repulsion between lone pair is more than lone pair bond pair, and bond pair will be least. So, the two lone pairs try to remain away from each other. The result of that will be they will push the bond pairs further away from them. Therefore, bond pairs have to come closer towards themselves, further closer, and because of that, although oxygen has undergone sp3 hybridization, the bond angle reduces to 104, near about 104. This gives rise to what we call as V-shaped water, V-shape, that we can observe in this model. So, let this white colored ball be oxygen, representation of oxygen, and these two hydrogen atoms. Most of the space, the outermost cell space of oxygen atom is under the influence of two lone pairs, and therefore, very less space is available for hydrogen to overlap. Now, when we join the nucleus of hydrogen and nucleus of oxygen, nucleus of hydrogen and nucleus of oxygen, it will be V-shaped, as if suppose that this is the oxygen atom, my head, then the two hydrogen atoms will overlap here, and when we join the two centers, it will be V-shaped and angle will be 104 degrees.